Hello, everyone. This is your RJ. Welcome to the Bot Signal. Today, we're talking about making every client a VIP. But before that, if you don't know me, my name is RJ Redden, and entrepreneurs hire me to skyrocket their marketing message because most feel like they're shouting into a black hole, can't get engagement on or offline to save their lives, or they're a carbon copy of everybody else. So I create marketing messages that get people to click that button, connect with you, and convert like crazy. Bottom line, I am on a mission to motivate a million people to change their marketing. Today we're going to start with you. Teresa, good morning. So, darlings, lots of thought went into this particular show today because it's one of my favorite topics. It's one of my favorite things to make happen in a bot, certainly, in marketing, certainly, and that is making every client or potential client feel like a VIP. It's the opposite of what modern marketing teaches us. Modern marketing teaches us that the only thing you need to do is put a first name field in the email and you'll be fine. And that's enough personalization for everybody. It's not. Everybody, it's not. We're alienated by a lot of modern marketing. And the reason why is because most of the time it doesn't remember who we are, where we've been, or what we've already done in this particular person's system. It just doesn't. Every landing page is the same. It's all the same. No matter whether I've been with you for years and totally have bought most of your products, or whether I am a first timer, it's the same thing. Landing pages are. You land on them, they get your name and your email address, and then that's admission into whatever party they've invited you to. Fantastic. But what if you could have a landing page that responds according to who's coming? So I'll give you a little example. It was years ago, but this was years ago when I was employed by others, which, wasn't always gainful. Anyway, I was going for a job interview and I walked in the door and they had my name on a little plaque with welcome on it. And that struck me as pretty cool. The job didn't work out, but it was like, hey, somebody took the time out of their day to do that, to make me feel a little extra welcome. Somebody went out of their way. How do we make people feel like VIPs in real life? We go out of our way. We treat them to something special. You may be already thinking about this with all of the family gatherings and things that go on in the Christmas season, or, some of you don't have those too. That's all fine. How do you make someone feel special? Sometimes when I was gainfully employed, I would come home and my wife would have dinner for me. She'd be cooking all day. I remember one week my grandmother-in-law was staying with us. Megan was off somewhere traveling, and I would come home and she would have dinner on the table every day. And if I was late, I would hear about it a little bit. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed having Mimi here. But anyway, going back to the point, setting a place for someone, acknowledging where they've been, acknowledging where they need to go next. What if we could put that on our landing pages? What if we could put that, a bot, on our landing pages, which if you've been following me, you totally can. The way that we build bots is we recognize who that person is, what they've already been through, and what they need to go through next. Especially if you have put some of your courses on a bot. You can totally do that. You can You can, figure out where those people are depending on what they've completed and show them what they need to do next. It's a process that takes care of the user. It's a process that is for the user, for that person, that human being on the other end of your bot. It's addictive. It's addictive. If you remember, if you're old enough to remember Cheers, where everybody knows your name. You want to go to a place where everybody knows your name. You want your marketing to reflect that, don't you? You want your marketing to be personal, don't you? And if you're still doing things the same old way that everybody else is doing everything with, tons and tons of emails and everything else, then you know that it's really, really hard to personalize that stuff. It's really hard, the folks who always say to you, build your list, they're right. But you also need to do something else to your list, and that's called segmenting it. And that's called, making sure that you know where people have been or where they're going. And sometimes that segmenting just gets so lost in the shuffle. Well, I'm here to tell you, it's so much easier to do in a bot, my friends. Lindsay Badger is here, by the way. Let us say hello. Extra effort sets you apart from the rest. It really, really does. It makes you look like that person who is thoughtful and considerate. That person, because we don't buy products, do we? We don't really buy products. We know that we need something. We go out on the internet with our daily business. Sometimes we get an email for something. Sometimes we see an advertisement for something. We go look at it. What we first decide is not necessarily about the product at all. What we decide is, can I trust this person? Can I trust this person? And we all have different criteria that we use. How long has this person been in business? Does this person seem to care about me? What do other people say about this person? And, as marketers, we're always trying to put little glimpses of all those things in our sales pages and in whatever. Totally fine. But the point that I'm trying to make is we buy a person. We do. We trust a person first. We, as human beings, and this has been proven in scientific study after scientific study, we make emotional decisions first about a person, a situation, all of that stuff. And then we go and use facts to back it up. So with that knowledge, then, how can you set a place at the table for somebody who's coming into your bot? How can you make it so that that person is recognized for who they are, for what they've done so far in your bot? I've got a lot of bots that are challenges. I've got one 30-day challenge that's been running since last February. It's a weight loss challenge. And noting people for what they have done so far is so powerful. It just makes it so much better, folks. You can turn your marketing. It's a whole new world of marketing in these bots. It's a whole new world of recognizing people and making them feel special. And all you have to do to make that happen is to think about, how do you make people feel special in real life? You want an exercise today, my friends? You know you do. Write it down. Write down, how do you make people feel special in real life? How do you take the time out to, that's a horn honking in the background if you can hear that. I'm right next to the street. Anyway, write down the things that you do to make other people feel special. Write down the things that you do to recognize other people. Write down that place at the table that you're setting for people. And then transfer that to your marketing. Listen, a bot is the secret in 2020 and beyond. A bot is the secret. And you know that because you're watching me today. Anyway, my Yoda does need a baby Yoda friend. And I know, Lindsay Badger, I have told, I have talk to my wife about this particular thing, and hopefully she's on the case, because there are plushies and they need to make its way. Baby Yoda's in trouble, by the way, if anybody's up on The Mandalorian. Anyway, no spoilers here, but whoa, watch that latest episode, kids. Okay, very serious now. Make your client, make every single client a VIP. You can do this. I promise you can do this in a bot, because I have done it over and over again. And it is the coolest stuff to see how people respond. You want to surprise and delight your people, no matter what kind of marketing you're using. It's not super possible with a lot of the things that are out there right now. It is super possible with bots, but you need to think about these things, because these are the things that set companies apart. As we go into the future, as some of the social networks lose their power over us, as we, make the move back to our websites to provide awesome experiences with people, as email goes down and down and down, the open rate for that stuff goes down and down and down. What we need to do is make people feel special. What we need to do is personalize. We need to gamify. We need to step up our game. If we can do that, we can make a living doing what we love, which is what we want to do. So, my friends, that is your message for today. How to make every client feel like a VIP. If you're interested in doing this with bots, you know who knows how to do that, and you know whose calendar you need to get on. It's mine. Spoiler alert. I have got a class coming up in January that will take people through, writing their very first bot. And it will cover all of the things that I'm talking about right now. If you're interested in that, ping me. We'll talk about it. The sales page is almost ready, and we'll be enrolling. So I am, and a special price if you get in by the end of the year. So that's all from me today. Personalize the experience. Yes, people just want to feel loved and not a step in a process. Oh yeah, Lindsay, you've got it right on. People don't want to feel anymore like they're just a number, like they're just a notch on your email address belt. They don't care. They don't care about that. They do care about being treated in an awesome way, and not everybody does that the same in their bots. But there are a million ways to make people feel special. And if we can do that in our marketing, we're going to see some steps up in 2020. So also, everybody within the sound of my voice, I am part of a giveaway. You can get a free bot template from me and 49 other people who are just as good at what they do and offering products that are just as cool for free. I got the link. It's up. It's the first comment. If you can't find it, you're probably on LinkedIn. I'm going to come back and put it on. I'm going to put that link on there for you. Thank you for watching today. Go ahead. Just pop into that giveaway. See what they've got, because it is a menagerie of things. Some of them have to do with marketing. Some of them have to do with business. Some of them have to do with taking care of yourself first. There's some personal development, health and wellness stuff in there too. A lot of people I know on that list by name, well, not by name, but by they're my friends. I have met them at events. We have live streamed together, and it's a great bunch of people. Dig into that list today, folks, and make a list for me. Make a list of how you're going to make people feel like VIPs inside your marketing. And that's all for today. I'll see you, of course, tomorrow. Same bot time, same bot channel, around 10 o'clock Central, wherever you're watching me now. You can watch me on that same channel tomorrow. And with that, my friends, I will see you in a bot.